guys, it's Wyatt here from Country Road Rail Productions. I'm in Grafton, West Virginia, and we got a CSX loaded coal train on the Mountain Subdivision. With engine 3470 speed. It's an ES44AH loaded coal train, Grafton, West Virginia. That is one ear piercing screech. Coming off of the Bridgeport subdivision, onto the Mountain subdivision, heading for Cumberland, Maryland. My ears are going to be fried by the time this train is gone. Train DPU. is DPU power. ES44AH, DPU power. Crossing gate's going up. Looks like he's bringing her to a stop here. I think the conductor standing on the other side of the crossing is going to get on it. And there go the gates. Gates are off. Gates are up. Lights are off. And he's bringing her to a stop. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video, and we'll see what happens next. Thank you guys for watching. This is Wyatt from Country Road Rail Productions. Out.
Answer. Have a light. Alright, Bob, open run, line, walk, got that restricting when you're ready. Let's start them 8.
We have a restricting signal on CSX track track main 1. Restricting signal indicates proceed, be prepared to stop and avoid any obstruction ahead. And here he comes, switching over from track 1 to track 2.
Got him moving.
3214 backing him up. Doesn't have his headlights on, don't know why. Horn I think I've ever heard on a Jevo. See if I can get him knocking down the restricting signal. I don't know how well that's going to show up on camera. Oh, it showed up perfectly. Went from a restricting signal to a stop signal. I was told this train is heading for Cumberland, Maryland on the Cumberland Terminal sub. If he's heading to Cumberland, he's heading the opposite direction of travel, because Cumberland is that way. I didn't look and see. It looks like they've got more coal cars sitting over there on track number 2. So my guess is that they're going to go ahead and build this outbound train. I think they're going to use the 3214 as a mid-train DPU for the trip to Cumberland. CSX is pretty short on crews right now. And so they have this thing they use called precision schedule railroading. Longer trains and fewer crews. And so they're able to run longer trains no matter what type they are. Whether it be a coal, a manifest, a grain, a rock, whatever. But they're going to go ahead, looks like couple up to the cars on track 2 or in the center siding. I think they're going to couple up to the one, I think it might be in the center siding because I don't think there's a crossover here. So I think they're going to couple onto the ones in the center siding. Then they're going to begin pulling eastbound to Cumberland. As soon as this train leaves Grafton, he will have to climb probably the steepest of one of the steep 3 grades on the mountain sub, which is the Newburgh grade. Jesus! Boom! He hit those cars hard. He's got to tie the air hoses and set up the brakes accordingly, and he'll have to set up the 3214 accordingly. That way it can mimic the same moves as the head end.
Ready to cut that air in, Bob.
I'll put the scanner up here so we can... You can see right now you can hear right now he's opening up the angle cock, which is a little lever that is on the coupler hose or whatever. I think it's like on the coupler or on the coupler hose. It allows air to flow through the air hoses that are on the couplers, and that way whenever the engineer applies the brakes on the train, the brake pressure will go through the cars as well, and not just the locomotives. Can't even clip my scanner back to my side. Wow. setting up the 3214 accordingly, and he's allowing the air to flow through the brakes and get a charge on the air brakes on the cars. I'm not sure if this train is going to be staged in Cumberland Yard, up in Cumberland, Maryland, or if it's going to head down the Cumberland sub after it gets to Cumberland.
Hey, if you would, when you take that conductor out to the head end scout house, go down to the bench, pick up the yard crew, take them up the Lear switch, and then there's a Lear switch that'll need to come back to the crew room. Copy that, will do.
That's the Halcon crew, I believe it's talking. The conductor has to walk back up here to the Halcon vehicle, which is sitting by the crossing control box, and he's going to give him a ride up to the head end of the train, which is not that far up ahead. But it's a hot day out, and having to walk that far up just to the head end of a train on a hot day like this, you'd be sweating afterwards if you weren't already.
C-788 in the clear, drop that 3. Drop the 3 on the helper. Daily 3, step 3471 here, sir. I'm here at the hill track. Drop 3897. See you, 5-4 Bob. Yeah. I'll be there.
I don't know how.
I'm showing 82 back here. Whenever you're ready, you can put them on. Yeah, flow's still a little high, Corey. I'll let you know. Yeah, whenever you're ready, go ahead.
I don't know how well these radio transmissions are coming over my scanner or being picked up that well on my mic I have for my camera. So if they're not picking up that well, I have no control over that. If my camera's not picking it up all that well, that's why I like external mics. Now I'm starting to get a bad satellite signal. Perfection. Switch hands here. My phone and my scanner. These people are going to be waiting for a little bit here. Got some people waiting here at the crossing. They're going to be waiting for a little bit.
Thank you.
Now he's charging the brakes up. I don't know if you guys look over there, right where that graffiti is, like where my camera is pointing right there, that graffiti, there's a little magnet strip that's there. Now you guys might be wondering, what does that do? So whenever a train passes a defect detector, like on a class 1 railroad, there's these things called defect detectors. Whenever a train passes a defect detector, it has this thing, or it has this little scanner type thing that will scan each code or each magnetic bar on the side of each car, and will update the system's computer information about that car. And he's departing Beach Street. He'll be leaving Grafton, heading down the mountain. He'll be heading up eastbound, up the mountain subdivision, and then he'll get on the Cumberland Terminal subdivision at Viaduct Junction, which is in Cumberland, Maryland, and then he'll either head into the yard or continue his journey down the Cumberland sub.
I'm having trouble hearing you. It's a little quiet. All right. Radio sound very good then? I'll just turn mine up more. Roger.
So now we're going to have quite a long train. I'm going to go and pause the video, or end this clip right here, and I will come back because my clip will end shortly. My camera will only record up to about 15 minutes, so I'm going to go and end it on my HD video camera, and I'll start it back up in a second. Okay, I'm back. I had to stop the video because my HD video camera will only record up to about 15 minutes. I have no idea why, but it'll only record up to about 15 minutes, and then it'll divide it into another part. So I just went ahead and ended it ahead of time. I'll probably go ahead and pause this right now because the train's not moving, so I'll be right back. Alright, I'm resuming again. He's releasing the brakes. And there's the double horn, so he is pulling eastbound to Cumberland. My guess is that this train's either going to be staged in Cumberland Yard, or after it gets off of the Mountain Subdivision at Viaduct Junction, it'll continue eastbound down the Cumberland Sub to a power station somewhere. And there he goes, pulling his loaded coal guns eastbound. Comes the 3214, I believe it was, that we saw a minute ago on the back end of the first half of the train. I believe it was 3214. I might be wrong though. Nope, I'm right. So the 3214 is no longer the end of it. It's now being used as a mid-train distributed power unit. Stacked that coal mean and high on the first half. You can barely see it on the second half of the train. Unless the second half is empty, but I don't think it is. They probably just didn't fill it as high as they did the first half of the train. Never mind, I can slightly see the coal on some of the hoppers. I guess the mine crew just didn't fill it up all the way. I cannot talk today at all. My guess is they just didn't fill it up all the way, so that's why it's some of the cars it's stacked up mean and high, other cars not so much. There's actually another coal train to the right of the camera over on the Fairmont subdivision. The Fairmont subdivision joins the Mountain subdivision at Grafton. Grafton's basically the end of the Fairmont sub, and then the Mountain sub just continues on up to Cumberland. The Mountain sub runs 101 miles from Cumberland, Maryland to Grafton, West Virginia. And that's not the longest CSX route that there is. There's the Keystone subdivision between Cumberland, Maryland and McKeesport, Pennsylvania, that I think is 138 miles in length. There's a tractor over here. Tractor sitting there at the stop sign. Now you can kind of see the coal stacked up mean and high on the bottom half of the train, or middle to bottom half, as I should say. Got another engine. Either another mid-train or end of train. I see two of them, so I think it's end of train pushers. trolley pusher engines to help the train up the Newburgh grade and the following two grades, which are the Cranberry grade and the 17-mile grade. Yep, we got two GEVOs as pushers on the bottom, which are going to also help the train up the steep grade. Because these trains do have to climb some steep grades once they leave Grafton. Once they get to Kaiser, West Virginia, they'll drop their helpers off, and then it's pretty much, minus a little bit of gradients, it's pretty much flat track all the way to Cumberland. Got 875, an ES44AH, and 897, another ES44AH, which do not sound like they are moving right now, and there's a crew inside of them. There go the gates. And there he goes, heading on down the mountain sub towards Cumberland, Maryland. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to do me a favor and punch that like button and subscribe for more, and also hit the post notification bell. That way you get notified whenever I upload a video. Thank you guys for watching. This is Wyatt from Country Road Rail Productions, out. I can see it moving. Let me go up here. Footage might not be the best, but it looks like we have another coal train here at Grafton. Get clear visibility right here. I think this is another coal train with a pair of what looks like AC 4400 CWs. These might be GEVOs though. Good thing I'm filming here. Hopefully this is turning out because I can't see my phone. I am. It won't work that well. That. Another coal train. Heading up the mountain sub. They stacked that coal mean and high. That is not the coal train we saw a little bit ago. Yeah, I'm videoing. Another train heading up the mountain sub towards Cumberland. They stacked that coal mean and high in that thing. So I've gotten 2 trains so far. I'm not in the best spot to film it, but I'm at least filming it. That's all I care about. Could have. She didn't ask us. So I've gotten 2 eastbound loaded coal trains. Oh, that's delicious. That's true. I dropped my pen. Not what I wanted to happen at all. So you've got the loaded coal train passing in the background. And some empty cars staged in a yard track. This train's either heading to Cumberland or it's getting staged in one of the yard tracks. I'm thinking it's heading towards Cumberland, though. She still has yet to answer me back. There's a car with kayaks. Excuse me. Allergies are getting the best of me. The one thing I hate about the spring and summer is allergies. Hopefully this footage is turning out good. Or turning out decent, whatever. Put it this way, I just hope it's turning out. All you guys are really seeing right now is just coal passing by, but you might, if you look between the cars, you might be able to see the train. I'm not in the best spot to film this train. I honestly had no idea that he was coming through here. I heard some chatter on my scanner, but I didn't think anything was coming this way. Bruh. After this guy heads out. He's a long one. Huh? Yeah. Oh well. This guy's a long one. This guy's long. Haven't even seen a mid-train DPU yet. I'm assuming he's going to at least have, I'm taking a guess that he's going to at least have 2 pushers on the rear. Maybe at least 3 or whatever to help him up the Newburgh grade. Because he has to climb the Newburgh grade, the Cranberry grade, and the 17-mile grade till he has to climb all 3 of those grades en route to Kaiser. Once he gets to Kaiser, West Virginia, he'll drop his helpers. And he doesn't even have helpers on it, just the end of train device. Wow. Cool catch. So far I've gotten 2 coal trains. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, punch a like button and subscribe for more. See you guys next time. This is Wyatt from Country Road Rail Productions, out. What's going on, guys? It's Wyatt here from Country Road Rail Productions. I'm in Grafton, West Virginia on the CSX Mountain Sub. Got a westbound train on track 2 with an approach signal. Gates are down, so he should be here. By crossing the bridge. Yeah, here he is. I hear him. I'm gonna move my camera here a little bit. Got a Gevo in the lead, 33-13. He's the one I've been hearing on my scanner.
CSX 3313, West number 2. Approaching to meet you.
And we got an empty coal train. ET 44AH. 909 and ES 44AH. And 3415, another ET 44AH. And he has knocked down the signal at Beach Street. Empty coal train heading westbound onto the Bridgeport subdivision. Screeching around the turn. Looks like he's bringing him to a stop here. Yep, he is, indeed. He probably has approached his next signal down the line, which most likely is a stop indication. He had an approach signal here at Beach Street, which an approach signal indicates proceed, approaching next signal not exceeding medium speed, which is 35 miles per hour. And he must be prepared to stop for the next signal. The next signal most likely could be red, and he has to be able to stop his train before passing the signal. Got a yard job coming across my scanner. I've been hearing that since I've got here. And he's reached the stop sign. Jeez Louise, that scared the crap out of me. Whew. That was some serious slack action on those cars. He obviously, huh? Yeah, it did. He obviously reached his stop signal.
Make sure we get a signal out there at the end.
So he's either got to wait on another train to come eastbound into Grafton, or he's waiting for permission to pass that signal, because I think the line goes to single track for trains onto the Bridgeport sub. There's two subdivisions down the line that split from each other. There's the CSX Bridgeport sub, and then the Appalachia in Ohio Cohen sub, which I thought was owned by CSX, but nope, it's owned by Appalachia in Ohio. That explains why I seen them parked in Grafton in a video that I watched. I think he's probably going to be sitting here for a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and pause the video until he starts back up again. Okay. People are tired of waiting for the train. I've had two cars already turn around here. They're getting tired of waiting on this train, blocking the tracks. We got what looks like a Pontiac over here turning around as well. People are just so impatient that they can't wait for a train. Alright, and he is backing her up. Okay, a minute ago he was going forward, now he's backing it up. Not sure why, but he is. I'm not exactly sure what he's doing here. Here's some chatter on the scanner, but I can't really make out what they're saying.
Away from the we are at the thank you. Yep.
Interesting, I take my scanner off my side and then it starts to cut out. There's a high rail truck over here, it just turned, heading towards downtown, I think. Sounds like he's bringing him to a stop again, unless that's just the wheels screeching along the turn. Yeah, I see the engines. Here they come. So he backed up. So he went forward and then he backed up again. I don't know if he's gonna pick up some more cars or if he has to drop some cars off. I don't know exactly what's happening. This train is empty. Empty trains are heading in the right direction of travel, since loaded trains head eastbound, which is behind me, towards Cumberland. And here come our Gevos again. With the friendly engineer in the cab. Gates going up, and there go the gates, and there he goes, rounding the turn back to Grafton, and he brightened his lights and turned on the ditch lights for some eyeball reason. Alright, well, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to do me a favor and punch that like button and subscribe for more. And I will see you guys in the next video. This is Wyatt from Country Road Rail Productions, out. It's an ES 44AH, loaded coal train, Grafton, West Virginia.